Welcome back. We're going to start with the nation. Okowa, Atiku's 2023 bid for president insensitive. PDP to sue Delta State Governor and others. Court okays playing of disc in Emefiele's case. EFCC detains Aisha Achimogu over alleged 8 billion naira deal. Zenith Bank shareholders okay 195.67 billion naira final dividend payout. Wow. Lagos Calabar Highway. Foreign investors network 6 Tinubu's intervention over the $250 million loss. How Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Lagos hotel, says witness. Lawmakers indict NCC, telcos over kidnappings and others. Agbakuba demands retraction of Natasha's allegations against Akpabio. And Uyetala gives out 42,000 life jackets to facilitate waterway safety. Okay, which story are we starting with in the nation?
Okay, so I have the retraction of the Natasha story. They said that the former president of the Nigerian Bar Association, that's Dr. Olisa Agbakuba, has written a second letter to the suspended Senator Natasha Apoti, demanding a retraction of what he described as clearly false and unsubstantiated sexual harassment allegations against the Senate president. He said, owing to the fact that the embattled senator had failed to clarify the significant contradictions in her allegations, he said, if she can recall that in our first letter to you dated April 14, 2025, they requested that you clarify contradictions in your sexual harassment allegation against our clients, but that she has failed to clarify these sexual harassment allegations, and rather than clarify this condition, that she went ahead to delete the social media post, which to us is extremely concerning. So he said that they are saying that in light of this, and having also failed to clarify the inconsistencies appointed in our first letter to you, we demand that you retract sexual harassment allegations against our client as they are clearly false and unsubstantiated. So they are saying that she should withdraw it. Let's see how they plan to go.
So I took the Kanu story, the IPOB leader. They were talking about how they arrested him in 2015. 14th of August 2015, they said he had secretly come into the country. So what had happened is they have the people who are testifying behind the screen. They're not, so this one is identified as PWAAA. He was a DSS operative, and he said when they got to the hotel, he didn't register under his name. He registered, so they entered every single room, you know, till they found him and arrested him. They said they had they got microphones, flash drives, pamphlets, IPOB pamphlets, ATM cards, wristwatch amongst others, and they also interviewed him. He said he wasn't a violent person. He said he was just looking for the emancipation of the Igbo people, also some parts of Kogi and Benue State. Okay. He said they played a video where he agreed to setting up a radio station in England, in London, and that he didn't register it because there was no need for it. He was fighting for the emancipation of the people of the southeast, south, and parts of Benue and Kogi. He says it was not a crime to fight for their emancipation. And he says he's not involved in any violence.
Okay, Tokwe.
Oh yeah, so I have the story of Aisha Achimogu. This popular businesswoman was yesterday detained by the EFCC, and the allegations against her is that there is alleged 8.71 billion oil block transaction. She's a major socialite, and she'll be arraigned in court today. They said she was grilled for 8 hours yesterday, and that the questions were concerning how she came about having 136 bank accounts, especially corporate types. They also said that the cash transactions transferred to the federal government accounts through her company. There were they said there was inflow of 8 billion into our corporate account, and it was an investment fund for the acquisition of an oil block. There's a whole lot to the story. The investigation is still ongoing. It's an allegation until, well, we get the more details after court today.
Okay, so I have a story of the consortium in the U.S. So the consortium of foreign investors is seeking the intervention of Mr. President in the alleged destruction of the investment valued at $250 million for the Lagos-Calabar Highway. According to them, in an open letter to the president, they claim that the diversion of the Lagos-Calabar coastal road affected their estate project, which is the Winhomes Global Services at the Okun-Ajah Lagos suburb. The investors expressed disappointment, and they said that they felt betrayed by what they described as a non-adherence to transparency and fairness and the rule of law. According to them, they had invested in Nigeria's development based on the administration's renewed hope agenda. And they have alleged that the actions of some officials have raised concerns about the government's commitment to protecting their investments. So the investors refuted claims that the marine cable project necessitated the inland diversion. The list, so according to them, I think government is saying that there was a marine cable project that actually caused the government to move and divert the highway, their project actually
to their land.
But they were saying that they actually sent in their own experts. They claimed according to them, they said that there was nothing like that, and that's incorrect based on their own findings and their own analysis. But I mean,
I would love the government to call them today. I'm into real estate. I know these people. They've been complaining.
Yes, for a while.
Have a conversation with them, please, because it's really, it's giving the industry a very bad name, and it would affect the inflow that comes from diaspora if this is not treated appropriately. Yeah. So the government has their own. The company said they've done their own too. So if you sit down and you cross it together, we can have a win-win situation.
The Nigerian factor here is the fact that when people like this complain, we just think it will blow over. It won't blow over. You need to confront the issue, have a conversation. The same they are coming to the public, you also need to have a public conversation with them so that we know that you are addressing it. It's when nobody is saying anything, it looks as if government is not taking it seriously. Moving now, okay, we have to move on to point, but let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll continue with the review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.